Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking to you about how important it is to spread the risk in your e-commerce business. Now this is a follow-on from yesterday's video, which in case you haven't seen it, the link is up here, and that was about the eBay Spring Seller Update for 2017. Now if you are selling on eBay UK or USA, you should definitely check that link out, because that will give you the lowdown on the changes which are coming into place for in the UK from April the 1st and in the USA from May the 1st. Now what I want to talk to you about today is a follow-on from that, and that is regarding spreading the risk in your business. Since yesterday I've spoken to a few different sellers in my sort of network, and they've all done their own calculations and worked out it is going to be quite substantially more expensive for them to sell on the eBay marketplace. Now that's not to say it isn't worth doing it anymore. In most cases it absolutely is. The sales and the traffic that eBay brings is, cannot be questioned. However, it has eaten into the profits. They will have to juggle around some of the pricing that they currently work with, which is not ideal. And whilst the 2017 Spring Seller Update is not a major blow by any means, it's a few price increases, it's hardly the end of the world. What it highlights is the importance of spreading the risk. Right now, if you have your whole business on eBay, you basically are playing on someone else's pitch with someone else's ball, and at any second they can change the rules. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. And similarly, if you have a bad day or a bad month, or something happens in your business with one of your processes, they can ultimately turn your account off. I know eBay not so much. Amazon I've seen it happen to quite a few times, and that is the problem when you rely 100% of your business on someone else's pitch. They can change the rules and they can give you the red card and send you off. Don't know why we're using football analogies, but please stick with it. The key stands the same, is that when you're playing in someone else's back garden, you don't have full control over what is going to happen. Now what I mean by spreading a risk can be summed up in a few different ways. It's either eggs in baskets or it's slices of a pie. We'll stick with the pie analogy for now because that's probably the easiest one that we can work with. So right now, picture that your business is a nice pie, and if you sell on eBay alone, 100% of that pie is eBay. If you sell on eBay and Amazon, and it's roughly 50-50, cut that pie in half. Half of it is Amazon, half of it is eBay. You see where I'm going. The problem is if all your eggs are in that one basket, or all your pie belongs to eBay or Amazon, if you mess up once or you make one mistake, that pie disappears and your business disappears with it, which is why spreading the risk is so important. Now I would argue the best way to do that is through using your own website. Now there are a few things to consider with that. Your own website is going to be a long burner. It's a long process. Unlike eBay or Amazon, where you put an item up for sale and it gets thousands of hits in a day, your website is not going to do that. You're going to have to invest some time marketing it, getting the audience there, and ultimately working on the conversion of the audience into customers. I would always recommend that this happens alongside you selling on eBay and Amazon. You want to start building up the website piece of your business, because ultimately that is your corner of the web, that is your rule base, and no one can kick you off it. And more importantly, you own it. You own the domain, you own the traffic, you own the customer details, and that is important, because when you own customer details, you have the permission to talk to them. And that's when retarget marketing can play a huge part in increasing spend from your customers on your website. There are a few other instances as well with the likes of eBay. It's what we'd call a pay per performance marketplace, where largely the majority of your fees get paid once a transaction has been made. On the website, it's the more traditional cost per click. You're going to have to pay money up front in order to get traffic to your website, and then tailor your website to optimize the conversion rate as much as possible. The website is an important piece because not only is, like I said, do you own it, but it's your own corner of the web. It's your brand, and ultimately the more you can get that out there, the more successful your business is going to be. Not only, like I said, will the website be a long burner and you have to put money up front in order to get the ball rolling, but ultimately the website can become the most profitable channel that you run, because you don't have to pay final value fees or listing fees or anything like that on your own website. Instead, you just need to pay the marketing fees. But once you get up to a level where your site is indexed and it's got a good marketing backing behind it and people know it, and it's got social accounts that people are following, all of a sudden that spend doesn't necessarily change, but the traffic and the customers grow and grow and grow. And that's the situation that you should be aiming for with your business. Don't get me wrong, the marketplaces are fantastic and you should definitely still sell on them as long as it makes sense for your business. You can't argue with the fact that they have millions and millions of unique visitors every single month that they're going to drive to your business. But don't rely on it as the only aspect of your business. It's not a safe thing to do, and ultimately you need to own it. You need to have your own corner of the web which you control. The holy grail of spreading the risk is obviously to have the largest piece of that pie dominated by your website. If you can get to that situation, then you are in a very good place, because if eBay disappeared, you'd still have probably around 3/4 or at least 2/3 of your business still operating with an additional channel and your website. The bigger the website grows, obviously the better. That's the ideal situation. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, please hit a like rating. If you have any questions about anything that I've spoke about today, spreading the risk, or the eBay spring update that we talked about at the beginning in yesterday's video, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll happily answer any questions that you ask. With that said, hit subscribe if you are new, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.